What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic day today. I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. We did get the reveal for this game during State of Play, which I don't think anybody was expecting. It was a welcome surprise. I do feel like I have a bit of a unique perspective on this game. I have played most of the Storm games on launch compared to a lot of people who maybe started later with Storm 4 or Storm 3 or Trilogy or Legacy, whatever the case may be. And one thing that I didn't like going into Storm Connections and with leaks and such, I really didn't like the Storm 5 culture. I did not like people calling this game Storm 5 because we know from the creator of the game, they said there was never going to be a Storm 5. Storm 4 is the last game of the series, whatever the case may be. I believe that there was another Naruto game coming, but I knew it wasn't going to be called Storm 5. It was going to be called something else. Even Senju in his videos that, you know, kind of have Storm 5 as the thumbnail, he says in the video it may not be called Storm 5. So I don't know where everybody got this, like, Storm 5 from, because I feel like Storm 5, you know, implies that it's going to have its own original story, right? All of the numbered Storm games, 1, 2, 3, and 4, continue the story, the main story of Naruto in some way. By calling it Storm 5, it pretty much implies, okay, we're going to have an original Boruto story. It's going to go up to the Ishiki, Baryon mode Naruto fight, and that's what we're going to have. And I just feel like a lot of people really thought this was going to be Storm 4 or Storm 3 all over again. And as soon as we got the name Naruto Storm Connections, I knew that wasn't going to be the case, because as somebody who's been playing the Storm game since really Storm 2 was my first game, then I went back and played Storm 1 and played every game when it dropped. Connections is a similar name to me as Generations or Revolution. And if you don't know what Generations or Revolution is, those are sort of the in-between games, right? We had Storm 2, then we had Generations, we had Storm 3, then we had Revolution, and we had Storm 4. Generations and Revolution did not improve the story in any way. They were sort of in between games that focused mainly on gameplay. So as soon as we got the game name Naruto Storm Connections, I'm like, okay, this sounds like Generations, this sounds like Revolution. It's probably not going to have much of a story. It's probably going to focus on gameplay, add a lot of characters that we've wanted, have the biggest roster so far. So my expectations were not some giant Boruto game with the story mode. I never thought that was coming, and I feel like that's why a lot of people were disappointed at this trailer. There was a Storm 5 culture, there was a lot of hype around it, and maybe some people were hyping it up more than it should have been. But I never expected that going into this trailer. So when I watched the trailer for the first time, before I saw everybody else's opinions on the game, I was excited. I was like, okay, we get to replay, you know, all of the stories with modern mechanics. The new characters look cool, and hate it or love it, this is probably still going to be the best Storm game, because if you're telling me I could play the entire story from Storm 1 to 4, it's going to have the best gameplay depending on the balancing that they do, it's going to have the biggest roster out of any Storm game, it's still going to be the best Storm game, right? Now, I don't want you to think I'm glazing on this here, okay, because there's a lot that I am disappointed with the new trailer. I was really disappointed that most of the trailer was not new information, because they put in the description that we're going to be having an original story combined with the recuts, and they put on a blog post that there's going to be more characters coming soon. Why was that not in the trailer? If you look at some of the older trailers, such as the Generations trailer, the trailer shows multiple characters, it shows there's gameplay changes, it shows, you know, we have unique anime content for this game. Revolution also showed, hey, we have unique anime content for this game, we're finally adding Team Ultimates. Why are we not getting any new stuff in this trailer? And I feel like that's why a lot of people are upset, right? Because 90% of the trailer was stuff that we've already seen before. Am I excited to play everything with the new mechanics remastered? Yes. But I would like to see what this new original story that is combined with the recut of the story is. I would like to see there are new characters coming soon. I would like to see, hey, we've balanced some things, you know. And we'll get to that a little later, because there is something in the trailer that shows us they are going to be balancing some things, which they've done within every Storm game. But another thing that really disappointed me was watching Senju's video, I wanted to wait to make my video because I wanted to see, what everybody else had to say. I wanted to really collect my thoughts on the game. And according to Senju's most recent video, a lot of people were coming for his ass, right? Because they're like, bro, you hyped this up. You said on Twitter this is going to be like the best Storm game ever, like by far. Like it's going to have so much. It's going to be Storm 5. It's the next thing. And people were upset because they just felt like, oh, this is just a rehash and we only see 2 new characters. This feels like a Storm 4 DLC. And according to Senju's video, the reason he was so excited, the game had a 30-person, like, endless mode pretty much that was going to be coming. He was saying there was going to be open world exploration between all of the villages. We were going to have, like, clans, and there were going to be clan wars, and you could choose your village. There was going to be, like, a custom created character, and Senju genuinely believed these things. I personally genuinely believe Senju genuinely believed these things. He says it in his video. That's why he was so hyped. If I believed that was coming, I would be hyped too. I would be spreading all the hype like that too. So it definitely feels very disappointing to a lot of people who were really expecting such high expectations of this game. And me personally going into it, from the name connections, I thought it was going to be a Generations Revolution type game focused on gameplay and not story. So I wasn't as disappointed we didn't see so much new story, but I am a little disappointed that we didn't see any new content. Generations and Revolution did not have a new story to the game, but they showed us, hey, we have this new mechanic coming to the game. We have these new characters coming to the game, more than just 2. So I really feel like this trailer kind of fumbled the bag when it came to that, because if they were doing all of these things, especially what Senju was talking about, that if they were doing all of those things, surely they would include it in the first trailer for the hype, right? Why would they hide that? Why would they hide, okay, we're going to have open world? So it makes me think, and it's very disappointing, it makes me think that all of these things were going to happen and they just scrapped it for whatever reason. Which that honestly made me a little more disappointed, because my expectations were never that, and to hear that could have been the possibility. Anybody who knows me know how much I've been saying, like, Storm 1's open world exploration would be great. That would be amazing to get a Storm game like that. And it's like, if they really scrap these ideas or really had these in the works, that's just really weird to me. I was a little more disappointed after watching Senju's video than I was beforehand, because I didn't realize that the game was gonna be, or supposed to be, that big. I guess some other concerns that I have as well, the netcode. We've never really had good netcode in a Storm game, and I really want to give CC2 and the developers the benefit of the doubt, right? But we have never had a really good netcode. Even with Demon Slayer, which is the most recent example of a game they've made, the netcode hasn't been the best, right? And I'm really worried, because I know we have a working 60 FPS, and I have been begging for that for the longest time, because we can't be releasing games in 2023, fighting games in 30 FPS. One thing I was very upset about with Demon Slayer's rank system is ranked was locked to 30 FPS. And you could play 60 FPS everywhere else, and that is just weird. I hope they find a workaround for that. I know this is also on PS4, so I'm worried that it's just going to be 30 FPS ranked, which is weird. Imagine playing the game in 60 FPS. It feels so smooth. When you go from 60 to 30, that is a gaming culture shock. I really hope they find a way. Maybe you can matchmake with PS5s only, right? Or 60 FPS only on ranked, or whatever the case is. And I think Naruto is a big enough franchise that you can have enough people doing that, and maybe people on PS4 are just going to play on 30, and that's fine. I'm hoping they do something like that. But, I mean, overall, voicing everything that I've voiced so far, if this game is just a remaster, right? It's pretty much like a recut. I could replay all of the stories from Storm 1 to Storm 4 with the current mechanics. It has a working 60 FPS. We know it's going to have an original story that is, in their words, combined with the recut. That makes me think it could be something Boruto related, right? Because they're doing the recut, and then they combine it with the new original story, right? And that could be something Boruto related. I'm hopeful that's the case. If this game is something like that, if I could play from Storm 1 to 4, all of the major fights with the current mechanics with a working 60 FPS on console, and it will have some sort of Boruto story connecting to it with new boss fights and things like that, and it has some good gameplay balancing, which they've attempted balancing with every Storm game, so I would expect that, and we have seen that in the trailer. If you notice Sasuke's tilts, it actually causes a hard knockdown, and that used to cause a knockback. So if they're changing something as not important, frankly, as Sasuke's tilt, and if they're changing that, hopefully they're going to be changing like bigger characters as well. Maybe like Six Path Moderate Awakening. Maybe like something like Kaguya, or something that is just very strong, because CC2 has actually had a decently good history of nerfing things that are overly strong in Storm games. For example, Generations puppets were completely overpowered. Storm 3, I feel like they were a good balance. They got nerfed to hell in Storm 4. But my point is, they have nerfed things that have been overpowered. So if we're going to get a sort of balancing like that, we're going to get, you know, all of the Storm games recut combined with the new Boruto story, you know, with that working 60 FPS and ranked as 60 FPS, then I am happy about this game. I would be happy with that. I would be satisfied with that. That would be a good game. Ultimately, we just don't know enough about the game yet. All we know is we know new character info is coming soon, and there is going to be an original story that will be combined with the recuts. It's just, my biggest thing is I really would have preferred to see a look at that. Like, as a game developer, if you were trying to generate hype for your game, right? You cannot show old things and just two characters in the last 10 seconds of the trailer. That is not going to generate hype. That's going to get your ass flamed, and that's exactly what's been happening on Twitter. If they showed, hey, if they showed the recut, that's fine, but have the recut in the first 4 Storm games be like the first 30 seconds of the trailer, and then show me new stuff for most of the trailer. Show me the original story. Show me Boruto running around the Leaf Village in an open world, or something like that. Even if we're not getting that open world, show me some of that original story, right? Tell me there's going to be new gameplay mechanics like you did in Generations or Revolution, if that's going to be the case. Or if there's, even if it's just balancing, even if you're using the Storm 4 engine, which is fine, but you're just balancing something, say like, new balancing coming, a lot more characters coming besides these two, but here's a look at these two. New original story coming. Give us a little sneak peek. Give us a little tease. So I really feel like this game, you know, for a second trailer, I really want to see that. I want to see that sneak peek. I want to see some more new characters. I want to see a highlight of at least some balancing effort that maybe is going on. Like, hey, like the most refreshing gameplay in the series, you know, something like that. And as of right now, what this really reminds me of is the latest Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers, the trailer for it, where the first trailer was like super bare bones, the movement looked stiff, people were like, here Sonic goes again, making another bad game, and the first trailer was overwhelmingly negative responses. People were not hyped for that game at all. I have no idea why they showed that in the first trailer, because the second trailer, it showed a lot more of the world, it showed a lot more of the open world, it showed a lot more of the gameplay mechanics, and people were like, okay, this actually looks pretty good. So I mean, the only thing I could be hopeful for is maybe there was some sort of rush. Maybe that Sonic trailer was rushed. Maybe this trailer was some sort of rush, and they just haven't shown us everything that's here yet. So I need that second trailer to be showing us a lot of these concerns, because the concern now is 90% of the trailer was old footage. We got barely any new footage in the last few seconds in the new trailer. People need new stuff. Give us a sneak peek at that original story. Give us some of those new characters. Let us know there's more coming. Give us more of a sneak peek. Generations and Revolution gave us a big sneak peek at a lot of these characters. Let us know that you've been working on the gameplay for refreshing gameplay, the best gameplay in the Storm series. Be confident in your product and put it on the trailer. That is what we need to get people hyped. Maybe, you know, they did have to rush it and we just gotta let them cook more. Maybe. But for the people saying, oh, this is Storm 4 DLC with 2 new characters, that's like, stop. Okay, we know there's gonna be an original story. We know there's more characters. And we ultimately just have to wait for more information before we can truly judge this game. And if I had to guess, By my guess, we're probably going to get more info around April, maybe May at the latest, because they said new character info coming soon. As of this recording, it's February 24th, pretty much March. So maybe April, May at the latest for sure. And if I had to guess when Storm Connections is going to drop, given their history of when they have dropped a Storm game after March, it has always dropped between June and October at the latest. Therefore, I would say we're getting this game by October, anytime between June and October at the latest. So if we're getting more info around April, May, then we should probably get some sort of demo, maybe June, July, summertime demo. And then maybe a more October-ish release possibly at the latest. So, look forward to more info. We just need more information about this game, okay? We need more information before we could fully judge the game. I don't know why they didn't put there was going to be a new original story. I don't know why they didn't put there was going to be more characters coming in the trailer. And they put that in a description and a blog instead. But the best we could do is hope. If we really want to hope extra hard, okay, we can hope that maybe some of what Senju was saying will actually happen, but by the fact that he was kind of saying all what he thought was going to happen and saying he was disappointed, unfortunately, I don't think that's really going to happen anymore. But at the end of the day, like I said, if we do get a remaster, okay, a recut with an original Boruto story, with a 60 FPS everywhere, right, and we get plenty of new characters and, you know, balancing on Storm 4, making for some of the best gameplay in the series, I will be happy with that. I will be disappointed that we never got some open world stuff, you know, that we never got like all of these huge things that could have been, but I will still be happy if we get that, you know, that new Boruto story, those new characters and things like that, and that will still honestly be the best Storm game if we get that. So the best that we could do is remain hopeful. Yeah, just remain hopeful, just trust in the new content we are getting, and I really hope that they give us another trailer with more of the new content, because I feel like this trailer honestly kind of missed. I feel like it's hype we're getting a Storm game, it's hype we know new stuff is coming, but I feel like the trailer needed to include more of that to capitalize on the hype more. So I'm hoping the second trailer, it's going to be like the Sonic game, and it's going to really show us, okay, maybe they rushed the first one, there's a lot cooking here, and I'm hopeful. So ultimately, let's wait till we get more info. That's going to be it for the video for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. The Storm series, if you can't tell, it's very near and dear to my heart. Love the Storm series. You know, I've been involved a lot in this series, and I'm looking forward to finding out more information with you guys. I know I've been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately. You know, a lot of Storm people have just been playing other stuff lately because we haven't got anything new, but now we finally have something new. So subscribe. I'll be keeping you guys updated with any connections news. I'll be giving you like breakdowns like this, really kind of from somebody who has played the Storm games from so long, a perspective like that. I feel like a lot of people making videos right now maybe haven't done that, or maybe more casual fans of the series. But if you want somebody who's very deep rooted in this series, if you like seeing those opinions, I know there are plenty of people who have made videos who are very deep rooted in the series, then yeah, follow for more updates. Subscribe to me for more updates. Check me out over on Twitch. I've been playing Naruto. Played Naruto last night. We talked about the new game together, had a fun time. I've played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! There as well, but I do play Naruto as well, if you want to play with me and chat about the game and such. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Stay healthy, stay happy, hydrated, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Peace.